ALM. What is ALM? Parvin, what is ALM?
Application Lifecycle Management.
Okay. Application Lifecycle Management. Ah,
ALM and the Quality Center are different or same, sir?
successor of Quality Center is ALM. See, latest version of Quality Center is ALM.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. See, this is also from same vendor, HP. See, it is a test management tool. Test management solution. See, first name of ALM, first test director, single word, test director. Test director. Test director available from 1 to 8. 1 to 8 versions. Next, after some time they enhanced the architecture, not features. Features later. First they enhanced the architecture and released with the name of Quality Center. See, test director developed in C++ technology. Default database is MS Access. Next, if you provide runtime, it can support SQL Server, Oracle, and Sybase for creating tables for testing project. Default database MS Access. If you provide runtime, it can support SQL Server, Oracle, Sybase. Next, they enhanced the architecture and released with the name of Quality Center. See, initial version of Quality Center is 8.0 only. 8.02. Last version of Quality Center 11. See, Quality Center developed in J2EE technology, Java 2 Enterprise Edition. Default database is MS SQL Server, no MS Access support. Observe, Shivaram, what is this database? It is not for database testing. UFT is web-based application. It has database, na. It has to create a table structure for storing resources, na. What are the resources of Quality Center or ALM? Test case is resource. Defect is resource. Requirement is resource, isn't it? See, observe. Don't confuse. This database support is not for database testing. First of all, it is not a testing tool. It is management tool. What is the purpose of this database? For storing test resources. Quality Center resources. Suppose EFT tool. EFT has some resources. Example, shared object repository, function library, environment variables file, etc. UFT stores its resources using file format on hard disk. UFT doesn't have any database. First of all, UFT is not a client server application. UFT is one-tier application, desktop application. But ALM is web application and it has client server architecture. It stores its resources using tabular format. Okay, na Silpa? What are the resources of, give example, what are the resources of ALM or quality center? Requirements, test case, good Arjun, test cases, next defect, etc. But reports not resources. Okay. MS SQL Server, MS SQL Server, it is default database. Default means you no need to install SQL Server database. If you install Quality Center, it can be installed automatically. SQL Server components can be installed automatically. Suppose if you want Oracle, that time you need to provide runtime. Runtime means required software for running the application. If you install Oracle manually, then you can use Oracle also for storing test resources. But default database is MS SQL Server. Next, application server, JBoss. Next, they enhanced some features and released with the name of ALM. ALM, Application Lifecycle Management. Initial version of ALM 11.5. Next, latest version of ALM 12.01. Latest version. Understand the concept, Anita? Evaluation of ALM. Evaluation of ALM. First name. What is the first name? What is the first name of ALM? Test director. Next, they enhanced that architecture. They redesigned the tool. Then released with the name of Quality Center. Next latest release, ALM 12.01. See, this is about ALM evaluation. Put mute. UFT and ALM integration. How to integrate? Say ALM is server-based tool. If you want to use client server environment, suppose in your company 4 or 5 missions using Quality Center and UFT, that time server client concept. Suppose in your company only one mission using UFT and Quality Center, that time standalone environment. Suppose if it is standalone environment, from single mission only we are accessing UFT and ALM. That time, what are the installations required? UFT installation. Next, ALM, if it is standalone environment. Understanding the concept, Shivram? UFT installation, ALM installation. Next, one more thing also there, that is ALM add-in required. That add-in available in UFT DVD. ALM add-in. Observe. See, run the setup file. Observe Brenda. Here first option, unified functional testing setup. If you select first option, it installs UFT. What about this fourth option? UFT add-in for ALM. See, you have to install that one. See, UFT add-in. UFT add-in for ALM. See these three softwares. If it is standalone environment, suppose if it is intranet environment, suppose in our company not only one mission, we are accessing EFT and ALM from multiple missions, 4 or 5 projects running using UFT and ALM. That time client server concept. That time server side. In standalone environment, no server, no client, only single mission. Server side ALM installation. Next, client side UFT installation. Next, ALM client version installation and add-in. Observe, ALM is web application. Generally, in order to access any web application, no client-side software required. Suppose I want to access bankofamerica.com, hdfc.com. Any client-side software required? Browser is not client-side software. Browser is one tool. Tell me, Silpa, suppose if you want to access bankofamerica.com or icicibank.com or hdfc.com, any client-side software required in your mission? No. Using browser, you can access n number of web applications, but ALM is not a public application. ALM is not public application. It is private application. So, some client-side software required. See, in order to increase the security, they are using client-side software. In that ALM DVD only, client version available, small software. See, these are the installation requirements. Okay, now, Sivaram, tell me, for UFT and ALM integration, what are the software installation requirements in case of standalone environment? Next, in case of that one intranet environment. Add-ins. UFT add-in for ALM. In case of intranet environment, suppose multiple clients. UFT installation, ALM client installation, next UFT add-in for ALM installation. Okay. Next, say it is web-based application. ALM supports ALM supports standalone environment, standalone environment, next intranet environment, and internet environment, for sharing resources as well as services. Suppose in our company only one mission using ALM, that time install ALM in single mission and use. Suppose in our company 10 missions using ALM, install ALM server version in server mission, client version in client missions. Suppose in our company from 4 geographical locations we are accessing ALM, suppose from US, India, Singapore, etc. That time deploy ALM project in internet environment and client software in client missions and access. See, for sharing resources and services, ALM supports standalone, intranet and internet environments. Suppose UFT is one-tier application. UFT supports standalone environment only for sharing services, but sharing resources, UFT can support intranet and internet environments. Sharing resources, suppose I created function library file in first mission, I can access that function library file from second mission. That is resource. Resources can be shared in standalone application also. But service can't be shared for standalone or one-tier applications. Suppose no UFT installation in my mission. Can I access recording feature from another mission? Anita?
Sir, say the question again, sir.
You tell me, Brenda. No. Observe, Anita, concentrate. Here two concepts: sharing resources and services. You know what is a resource? Suppose in ALM, resources are test case, requirement, defect, etc. Services, suppose test case format is there or reporting feature is there, that is service. Suppose I want to generate weekly reports, that is service. See, since ALM is web application and having client server architecture, it can share resources as well as services. But if it is UFT, tell me, Anta, in case of UFT, can we share services?
No, sir.
No. Resources?
Yes.
Yes. Suppose resources. Services. Resources. Suppose shared object or repository file is a resource. Shared object repository file is a resource. Next, function library file. Just a minute. Not versus. Function library file is resource. Next, environment variables file is a resource. We can share resources for standalone applications also. Isn't it, Silpa? See, through network, you can access files from another machine. Suppose in case of services, give some services examples, Brenda, services examples in UFT. Suppose recording is service, data table is service. Next, step generator is service. Earlier my question was, observe Anita, can we share services using UFT? Suppose in my mission no UFT installation, can I access recording feature from another mission?
So services cannot be shared.
Yes, cannot be shared for one-tier applications. But in case of ALM, it can be shared. Why?
So in that both
UFT has client-server architecture. It can share services. Tabular format, not file format. Okay. Say, next, ALM doesn't have any programming interface. ALM doesn't have any programming interface. See, in ALM, only data entry and report generation. See, entering the data and generating reports. No programming interface. No logic. Here we cannot apply the programming logic. But in UFT, we have two programming interfaces. Can you tell me, Shivaram, two programming interfaces in UFT tool where we can apply programming logic? UFT tool editor. Next, one more. Yes, function library. But in ALM, no programming interface. Next, it has command line interface. Command line interface. Here we can execute SQL commands. See, VB script has two engines. VB script engine for applying programming logic. MS Access database engine for database operations. But ALM has database engine only, not VB script or any other engine. ALM has database engine to support SQL commands. Next, ALM doesn't have any add-ins. UFT having add-ins. For example, web add-in. Add-in means environment compatible files. web add-in, SAP add-in, etc. Here, no add-in. Why? See, ALM doesn't interact with software applications. So, no need of environment compatible files, nothing but add-ins. If it is .NET application or Java application or SAP application, irrespective of the application environment, you can use ALM. Why? It is only for documentation. So, you can use ALM for any project. Getting this point, Silpa? Suppose if you want to use UFT tool, add-ins required na environment compatible files. Why? Why add-ins in UFT and not in ALM? UFT interacts with software. UFT interacts with software applications, but ALM doesn't interact. Here only documentation and generating reports. So no add-ins required. See, ALM supports all types of software applications by default. Next, ALM only for ALM is only for documentation and generating reports. Is only for documentation and generating reports. It doesn't interact with software applications. It doesn't interact with software applications. Next, it has two add-ins, but those add-ins not for environment compatibility, only for documentation, importing documentation. See, ALM add-ins, MS Word add-in, MS Word add-in, next MS Excel add-in. These add-ins for importing documentation. See, to import documents from, to import data from file system, means a physical hard disk, file system to ALM project. See, three things can be imported. Three things can be imported. One is requirements, next test cases, next defects. See, these three things can be imported using either Word format or Excel format. Suppose I have already 200 test cases in Word document in C drive or D drive. I want to export this existing data to Quality Center project, ALM project. Yes, by installing MS Word or Excel add-in, you can import existing data from hard disk to ALM project. Getting this point, Shivaram? See, three things can be imported. What are the three things, Sultana? Pardon? See, we can import data from requirements, tests, defects, Arjun told. Okay. Next, see usage of ALM. See, our part is integration UFT with ALM. But that is not only the usage of ALM. It has several usages. Usage of ALM. Observe different combinations. First combination, see functional testing. For functional testing, our company following manual, no tool, plus test management ALM. See, before that I want to explain one more thing. ALM supports requirements management. Next, test design, manual and automated tests. Next, test execution. Next, defect management. Next, traceability. See, it can integrate with other tools. See, whereas Bugzilla only for defect management, but ALM supports all aspects of application lifecycle management. Requirements management, test design, test execution, defect management and traceability. Next, usage of ALM. First usage, functional testing manual, test management ALM. Next, some functional testing, manual, remaining automation. Using UFT. Next, test management ALM. Next, some functional testing manual, some functional testing UFT. Next, performance testing. It can be integrated with the load runner also. Performance testing using load runner and test management using ALM. Next, functional testing manual. Next, performance testing. Load runner. load runner single board. Next, test management ALM. See, different combinations. Tell me, Silpa, usage of ALM. First combination, functional testing manual, complete manual.
Functional testing manual plus test management tool ALM. And the second combination is some part of functional testing using manual. And then some part using UFT tool. Test management tool ALM. The third combination is some part of the functional testing manual and some part of the functional testing UFT tool. Plus
Performance.
Using load runner plus test management tool ALM.
Good. Okay, put mute.
Last one is some part of the functional testing manual.
Some part of the functional testing UFT, performance testing load runner, and test management using ALM. Okay. Next, see UFT tool. What are the users of UFT tool? What are the users of UFT tool? UFT tool can be accessed by, tell me, Brenda, UFT tool can be accessed by developers access UFT tool? No. Testers and customer side people also access na for not business analyst. For UAT, user acceptance testing, they also access. Okay. Customer side people. Next, same way, ALM can be accessed by all stakeholders of the project. ALM can be accessed by development team. Development team access ALM. Anita? Yes. See, developers also access ALM tool. Otherwise, they won't get defect status na. See, developers or development team. Next, testing team, business analyst, and sometimes customers also. Next, forget about remaining departments. Our testing side, who are the users? Users of ALM, testing perspective. Testing team perspective. First users, site admin. Site admin for, see, site admin not belongs to testing team also. General site admin for handling all ALM projects. Suppose in our company 10 projects running ALM. One site admin for handling all 10 projects administration. Suppose in our company only one project running ALM, using ALM, that time site admin post optional. Project admin can act as site admin also. Next, project admin. project admin to handle one or more project, not only single project. Sometimes one test lead can be assigned with multiple projects also. Most of the time single projects, sometimes 2 or 3 projects also. Project admin, here test lead or test manager to handle one or more projects. To handle one or more projects. Next, general user, here testers to work with one or more projects. Next, ALM has 2 interfaces. ALM is web-based application. It has 2 interfaces. ALM has 2 interfaces. One is server side interface or site admin. Site admin. This is server side interface. Next, ALM, see name also, path name also ALM or client side interface. Next, what are the important features in site admin? Important features in site admin. See, create, delete domains. See, domain means an area. In ALM, domain means project business area. For example, banking, ERP, e-commerce, telecom, healthcare, etc. Suppose in our company, 10 projects running using ALM, 4 projects belongs to banking, 3 projects belongs to ERP, 3 projects e-commerce. First, site admin creates 3 domains. Under the domains, project admins create projects. Suppose another scenario, suppose in our company only 1 project running using ALM, that time domain creation is required. Is it required? Yes. If it is one or more projects, domain creation is mandatory in ALM. Under the domain only we can create projects. Next, create, edit. If you want to delete domains, first you need to delete all projects under the domain. Create, edit, delete projects. Next, create, edit, delete users. Just a minute. Next, assign users to projects. Next, track project status using SQL statements. This is test lead activity, test lead responsibility. Project status. See, these are the important features in site admin. Tell me, Parvin, what are the important features in site admin part of ALM? Okay. See, next important features in ALM interface. See here important modules. First, requirements module. Requirements module. Requirements. Here, what are the important features in this requirements module? Create, edit, delete requirements and child requirements. You can create sub-child requirements also. Next, import, suppose already requirements available in hard disk. Import requirements from file system to ALM project. Import requirements from file system using either MS Word or Excel format. Next module, test plan. See, it is not manual test plan. Manual test plan means planning test activities. Here test plan means it is an area where we create tests. See, it is an area where we create manual and automated tests. Say, we can't create automated tests directly in ALM. ALM launches corresponding automation tool. In that tool only we can design automated tests. But for manual tests, it provides format and you can enter the data. It can store in database. Here important features. Create, edit, delete manual tests. Next, automated tests with the support of automation tool. Automation tests. Using automation tool. Next, same, import tests. Import tests using either Word or Excel format. Next, map requirements with tests. Map tests with requirements. See, these are the important features in test plan module. Tell me, Shivaram, what are the important features in test plan module of ALM? Hmm. Next, import tests from file system using either Word or Excel format. Okay, Arjun. Next, map tests with requirements na traceability. Next module, test lab. See, test lab means it is an area where we execute tests. It is an area where we execute manual and automated tests. Say, a manual test execution, it provides that test case document. By watching that document, you can execute tests manually. For automated tests, UFT doesn't execute automated tests directly. It launches corresponding automation tool. The tool only executes automated tests. Here important features. First, create test batches execution queue. Create test batches. Next, execute manual test batches or tests. You can execute batch wise, you can execute test batches or individual tests also. Next, execute automated tests. Here also batches also. Next, defects module is an area where we post and track defects. Post defects. Next, track defects, track for status. Next, you can import defects directly from UFT tool window. See, import defects directly from UFT result window. If it is automated defects. Next, import defects, manual defects. Tell me, Brenda, what is defects module in ALM? Next, import defects from UFT tool result window. Next, import defects from file system using either MS Word or Excel format. See, in result window, just run the script. See, view last run results. Observe, Anita, here ALM QC connection is there na? After analyzing the test result in UFT tool, you can directly send defects to ALM project. See, ALM or QC synonyms. First, connect the server. Here, provide ALM server path. After that, here add defect. Defect report template will be opened in this pane only. Okay. Next, 40 minutes practical is there.